There is a moment, a very specific, very quiet moment, when you realize that you are not just confused about them. You are confused about everyone around you. You do not know who to trust. You do not know what is real. You do not know whether the people in your life see you clearly, or whether they have been told a version of you that you do not recognize. That feeling is not an accident. It has a name. It is called triangulation. And today we are going to explain exactly what it is, how it works, and why. Once you understand it, you will never be caught inside it the same way again. Let us begin. Triangulation is one of the most psychologically sophisticated tools a covert narcissist uses. It is not a single event. It is not one conversation. It is a pattern, a deliberate, sustained arrangement of people designed to do one thing: keep you insecure, keep you competing, keep you dependent on the narcissist for your sense of reality. Here is how it works. The covert narcissist positions themselves at the center of a triangle. On one point of the triangle is you. On another point is a third person, an ex-partner, a friend, a family member, a colleague, sometimes a person you have never even met. The narcissist controls what information moves between these points. They are the only one who sees the full picture, and they use that position deliberately. You are not meant to understand the full picture. You are meant to feel the edges of it, the doubt, the comparison, the insecurity, without ever being able to name the shape. The third person in a triangulation is never randomly chosen. They are selected because they serve a purpose. Sometimes the third person is an ex, someone the covert narcissist speaks about with carefully calibrated nostalgia. Just enough warmth to suggest there is something unresolved. Just enough detail to plant a seed of inadequacy inside you. They are not trying to make you jealous. They are trying to make you uncertain. Uncertain people seek reassurance, and the person positioned to provide that reassurance is the narcissist themselves. Sometimes the third person is a friend or colleague, someone the narcissist describes as unusually perceptive, unusually loyal, unusually understanding. Someone who, by implication, appreciates the narcissist in a way you perhaps do not. The comparison is never made directly. It does not need to be. The message lands without the narcissist ever having to say it plainly. And because nothing was ever said plainly, you cannot challenge it. You can only feel it, the low hum of not being quite enough. There is a particular quality to the confusion triangulation produces. It does not feel like manipulation. It feels like your own inadequacy. That is by design. When the covert narcissist introduces the third person into your relationship, through a story, through a comparison, through a carefully placed mention of someone who once understood them so well, the goal is not to make you angry. The goal is to make you compete. Not openly, not consciously, but quietly beneath the surface. To make you try harder, give more, become more available, more accommodating, more willing to overlook the things that hurt you. Because if you do not, someone else might not overlook them. This is manufactured scarcity. The narcissist is not offering you less love. They are making you believe that love is a limited resource that other people are competing with you to receive. And as long as you believe that, you will never stop trying to earn what was never withheld. One of the most common forms of triangulation is the use of the ex-partner. The covert narcissist does not speak of the ex to provoke obvious jealousy. They are far more precise than that. They speak of the ex with a particular tone. Not bitter, not longing, something more unsettling than either. Something that sounds like unfinished understanding, as if the two of them were the only people who ever truly knew what the relationship contained. And then they look at you, and you feel, without being able to say why, that you are being measured against something you cannot see. You start to wonder what she understood that you do not. You start to wonder whether he misses her in a way he does not miss the version of you that you are still becoming. None of this is said. All of it is done. The rivalry that triangulation manufactures is perhaps its most damaging feature, because it is entirely invisible. You are competing with someone who does not know they are in a competition. You are measuring yourself against a person who has been constructed in the narcissist's words to be whatever the narcissist needs them to be in that moment. Idealized when you need to feel insufficient. Flawed when you need to feel temporarily superior. A ghost who can be adjusted. You are not competing with a real person. You are competing with a story. And the author of that story will never tell you how it ends. The effect of long-term triangulation on a person is significant and worth understanding clearly. It erodes self-trust. When you are consistently made to doubt your perceptions, compare yourself to absent presences, and compete for the attention of someone who has positioned themselves as scarce, You begin to lose confidence in your own sense of what is real. You start to see yourself through the lens of comparison, rather than through your own eyes. You become smaller inside your own life. That smallness is not a character flaw. It is the intended outcome of a deliberate strategy. The covert narcissist does not want you large. They want you dependent on their reassurance, their narrative, their version of events. Because as long as you are dependent, they are central. And centrality is the only thing they are truly seeking. So what do you do when you recognize triangulation? The first and most important step is to name it. Not to the narcissist. Naming it to them will produce denial, deflection, or a performance of hurt so convincing that you will find yourself apologizing for the very perception that was protecting you. Name it to yourself. Say it quietly, privately, in the language of your own internal understanding. What I am feeling is not my own inadequacy. What I am feeling is the result of a pattern that was designed to produce exactly this feeling in me. The feeling is real. The cause is not what they told you it was. The second step is to stop competing. This is harder than it sounds, because the competition was installed inside you before you were aware it was happening. The reflex to try harder, to be more, to prove that you are enough. This reflex has been carefully cultivated. Noticing it is not the same as being controlled by it. When you catch yourself trying to be more impressive than the ex they described, more understanding than the friend they mentioned, more available than whoever they implied was easier to be around. Stop. Not with anger. With recognition. You are not in a competition. You never were. The competition only exists inside the triangle. And the triangle only exists because someone built it. The third step is to trust your own perceptions. A covert narcissist's power depends entirely on your willingness to doubt yourself more than you doubt them. The moment you reverse that, the moment you decide that your perception of what is happening is worth more than their explanation of it, the architecture of the triangle begins to fail. Not dramatically, quietly. You stop responding to the planted comparisons. You stop seeking reassurance from the person who created the insecurity. You stop measuring yourself against people who were never real rivals. And slowly, the center of the triangle becomes hollow, because the only thing that was ever holding it together was your participation. If you are watching this and something in it has landed, if the specific shape of what has been described sounds like something you have been living inside without having a name for it, then you have already done something important. You have seen it, and what you have seen cannot be unseen. The triangle does not disappear the moment you name it, but you are no longer inside it in the same way. You are looking at its structure from outside, and from outside the truth is simple. You were never competing for something that was withheld. You were never insufficient. You were never the problem. You were simply the person who believed. For a while, in a story someone else wrote about your worth. That story is not yours. It never was. If today is the day you begin to set it down, that is enough. That is more than enough.